Well, that was awesome. Check it out. 111 people made it in already. Yay. Here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Look at those comments coming in. You guys are awesome. Yay. Thanks for being flexible, everybody. Whenever anybody has a difficulty with something like this, I always remind them exactly how much they paid for the webinar. You know what I mean? So I'm all good with it. Check out the comments coming in. Yay. Hey, Linda. Thank you. No glitch. We got it done. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Carla. Okay, since we had that lag, now let's do one final courtesy for the people who are flipping over from that webinar. Okay, the number's literally climbing by the seconds. Everybody start right now with your deep breathing. And let's set our intention of what we're going to do here today. Number one, we're going to have some freaking fun. Okay, I know you guys are up for that. Number two, we're going to take some very significant and real steps into the lives of our dreams, the body, the health, the business, the wealth, the relationships, and the world that we want to live in. I'm going to deliver, okay? That's just what I do. I'm going to deliver. It's up to you to tune in and focus. Welcome, Stella. Welcome, Kat. Jai Shri, hey, hey, hey. Rich, Paula. Hey, Kiana, glad you're on. Kenny. Hey, Gail. All righty. So, you know what? Without further ado, since we had all of that delay getting over here, let's get started right now. No more fanciness necessary. I got me a couple drinks to keep me wet while I'm going. You'll see me grabbing those as we go. So if you will, let's stop the chat for a moment. Infinite love. Karen, I was thinking about you today. Let's communicate later today. That's awesome that you just showed up. So let's pause the chat now. And let's get really seriously focused about this intention. Those of you that want to, you can close your eyes. Those of you that don't want to, you don't have to. I invite you to breathe and tune in and focus on the intention that we have here, to have fun. If you're not here to have fun, you will not enjoy today. That is a fact, because I'm going to be having fun. And to dissolve whatever's been seemingly in the way so that we can step more right now, right here, into the life and the body that we want to live in. The relationships that we want to have. You could even take a minute to feel, what would it be like to be living as an infinite, unlimited being starting right now? What would it be like to find grace and effortlessness and ease and miracles happening? What would that be like? And is that possible? Is that possible? Is it possible? It is possible. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Because today I have so many people that are just completely brand new to my work, I'm going to give you guys the shortest possible run through of what I'm going to cover today to the best of my knowledge. A lot of it's going to happen along the way. Then a super even shorter, more compact introduction to me and what I actually do. And then I have a few questions I want to ask you. We're just going to make sure that we're all 100% on the same page here. Now, let me see. There might be one more technical. No, it is recording. It's all good. Thank you. Yay. Okay. So, what I'm going to cover today is the fact that you are an infinite, unlimited, complete, perfect, eternal being. And I'm going to demonstrate it, and I'm going to show you in some very unique ways that you almost definitely have never experienced before. It's going to be freaking awesome. I am going to show you how problems arise. I'm going to show you what everybody else calls blocks, energetic blocks, money blocks, and all that stuff, none of which I believe in whatsoever. I'm going to show you that much of what is taught about the law of attraction even by the biggest teachers on the planet, is not true. And the fact that you have been running into struggles and difficulties and obstacles and challenges is not their fault, and it's not your fault. It's a matter of misunderstandings, miscommunications, and incomplete teachings that are being handed down, again, even by some of the greatest teachers on the planet. That's going to get even clearer when I ask my 5 questions here in just a few minutes. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be focused on covering. Quick introduction to me. For those of you that are just brand new to me and my work, well, who in the hell is Brian and why am I here? Well, you're here because you felt to be here. And who is Brian? I was born in a severely abusive situation where I lived for the first 17 years of life in pretty much a constant hell of fear and terror and abuse. I came out of that with extremely low self-esteem, a very low self-image, and some really deep beliefs that were really devastating for me to live with. And I spent the next 30 years spending well over $300,000 on every form of self-help, personal development, meditation, belief elimination, spirituality, shamanism, crystal rainbow sparkle ponies, feathers, anything that claimed. I got more and more into what most people call the woo-woo. When the self-help stuff didn't solve my issues, and when the religious stuff didn't solve my issues, when the energy work didn't solve my issues, I just kept diving in order to find something that would work, something that was going to actually help me to solve these issues. Now, I'm going to do my first quick check-in. We're going to do a lot of interaction. I just want to do a quick check. Can you relate to the idea of doing an absolute ton of self-help, personal development, spiritual work, energy work, etc., and still finding yourself frustrated and stuck? If you can, there's a raise your hand button, and all you got to do is just find it. Somebody that wants to can type in exactly where to find it. Okay, 40 people have already raised their hand. 50 people, some of you guys are finding it. We're going to use that raise your hand button several times. There's going to be a lot of interaction. The more you interact, the more you're going to get out of this webinar today. And remember how much you paid for the webinar. Okay, 50% have raised their hands. Everybody, if you are on this webinar, interact and get everything that you came for. So here is your first time to show interaction and that you're serious about getting what you came for. We have almost 60% now have hit the raise their hand button. Take that extra second, everybody. See if we do this one time and everybody finds the button. Next time, you guys can have your finger on the trigger or your thumb on the switch and be ready for it, okay? 109 people have said, yes, they can relate. You guys are doing awesome. This is great. You're welcome, Jonathan. Thank you. It is freaking exhausting. It is freaking exhausting. Okay. Somebody just said, spent over 30,000 trying to heal mystery illness in the last 5 years. Don't be surprised if it leaves your body on this session. I'm not kidding. Okay. Now we just had about 70% hit the raise your hand button. I'm going to say this a couple more times during the first 10 minutes of diving deep with you guys. Interact. Take the time to comment, to answer, and to hit that raise your hand button. And you will find yourself getting more out of this. And if I ask you questions, and if you will answer out loud, you're going to get more out of this. Okay? So if you know where the raise your hand button is, hit the raise your hand button. That was me using psychology right there. If you know where the raise your hand button is, hit the raise your hand button so that I know that you are in with me here. That's 112 people so far out of 161. I could just be a jerk and not share anymore until everybody hits the friggin' button, you know. I could do that. That's better. Okay, that's about 80%. I'm going to let that be good enough. Everybody else take a minute to find where your raise the hand button. Yes, I can, Nadia. Yes, I can. Everybody find where the button is so that you know next time. Thank you. If you're on a phone, tap the screen. It'll come up. I knew somebody would help. Thank you, Kiana. All right. So I was completely, utterly, and totally stuck. I had spent 300 grand, 30 years, thousands of hours on self-help. I was a professional musician and I quit listening to music because I was listening to self-help, personal development, listening to Abraham, listening to Byron Katie and Wayne Dyer and Tony Robbins all day long. I'll hit the lower your hand, no problem. Don't worry about that. All right. And my life got more and more and more fucked up until I was literally ready to end my life. I hit the end and I was ready to completely end it. I generated $160 million. I was one of those few people that could make, I'm getting some relating here. I was able to make unlimited money and I couldn't keep it for nothing. Okay, I've generated $161 million. At that point in my life, I did about 11 million in sales. I could make it and I would lose it as quick as I made it. Make it as quick as lose it as quick as I made it. I'm getting more relating. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? And then I had a breakthrough in 2011 where I woke up completely. A few months later, well, I'll tell you this much. I went from the idea of infinite possibilities into the experience of infinite possibilities. That was 2011. I've been living it for the last 6 years, going on 7 now. I went from the idea that we're all one and this is energy to living it. Since then, my only mission in life has been helping other people who want it and who are ready for it to go there. Well, over these last 7 years, I've helped over 71,000 people in 83 countries, probably about 72,000 plus now. The numbers keep changing, obviously. And I am helping people to experience quite literal miracles. Now, I welcome your skepticism. You're welcome to be as skeptical as you want to be. If you go to either my website or my YouTube channel, you're going to see literally hundreds of testimonials of people just like you who say things like, I followed Abraham for 20 years. I listened to Wayne Dyer. I've followed Tony Robbins. I've done every book, every seminar, everything that's available to me over the last 30, 40 years of my life. And I was still stuck. And I found Brian's work and I busted completely loose. Now, to wrap up my introduction, just so you know, my book came out just over a year ago. It went international overnight #1 bestseller status, just like that, in multiple categories. I'm getting daily reports of miracles, breakthroughs, ahas from people reading my book. It comes with a whole bunch of powerful videos that help you, again, go beyond the law of attraction, get into your body and access your power. Look at the comments that are coming in from some of my clients and friends. So what I want to do first of all, in wrapping up this story, I want to give everybody a gift in case you don't have it. Here is the direct link to get my book for free. Making sure my spelling and my typing's good. All right, everybody take a quick moment to grab the link that I just posted. Do I have a session for those who are not as skeptical anymore? I have a lot of courses for people that are not as skeptical anymore. So everybody, that link is going to be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. You might want to grab it now. Everybody take this minute. I want to eliminate distractions. I'm working on a second edition of it, Dave, right now. Watching one spell break. My chronic pain left my body. Yay, 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 yay. All right, it's about to start my second read through. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, the link is posted twice. Everybody take that minute, go grab the link, save it. All you get, just copy it. You can just copy it and paste it, or you could click it. But if you click it, it's going to take you to over to my book page. What I recommend that you guys do right now is copy the link and save it on top of your desktop right under this video, so that when this call is over, it's right on top. You can click it and go get my book absolutely free with all the videos that come with it. Okay? Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Everybody's already read it. Okay, so that's the first gift for everybody right there. Go get the book. You know, if you want to take 5 seconds to click the link and just have the link open when we're done, that's fine too. All right. Today, people sometimes wait a while to get to me. They pay what almost anyone would call big bucks, 5 figures that people invest to come out and do 4 days with me here in Hawaii. I also do small events that are 4 or 5 figures. So people, you know, again, make very big investments to come and work with me after they've read my book, they've been through all of my free stuff. On the rare occasion when I do a one-on-one session with somebody for an hour, it's $800. Okay, and you say, what in the world would people pay $800 for? Check out the testimonials. Miracles are the norm with my work. Now, living here in the United States, I have to legally say, results not typical. So I said it. You guys all heard me say it, right? Results not typical. Now I have to tell you the truth. The reason why these results are actually so common and so normal is because you, my friend, are an infinite, unlimited being. I'm not healing you. I'm not curing you, and neither is anybody else. I am not doing that. What I'm doing is helping you to access your own infinite, unlimited being so that you can step into your infinite power, at which point things like little tiny microscopic things like cancer and heart disease, scoliosis can fall right out of your body like it has for a lot of my previous clients. That's how this thing works, okay? Now, part of the reason I told that story is so that you guys understand what's going on, who this is, what it's all about, and what's possible. The second reason is I really do want you to be aware, and I want you to contemplate the value of the gift that you're receiving today. Quite frankly, no bullshit. Okay? I could be laying on the sand with my honey right now, or swimming in turquoise water about a block away from my house. I could be hanging out with my friends, and I made a choice to do some free live streams where I give as much as I can possibly give, again, without holding anything back. And I am grateful that you're appreciative. I am. And I'm grateful that I'm in the position where I can do this. How about that? Okay. So I'll tell you what, one person just said I've had scoliosis since I was 12. My client, Erica Hoft in the Netherlands, has scoliosis for 30 years. She got it when she was 12. We did a spell break. The video is on YouTube, freely available, where scoliosis left her body. It's completely impossible. It's totally untreatable. It's absolutely a miracle. And this kind of stuff happens constantly with my work. And again, I don't call myself a healer, right? I have a very strong opinion on this, and a lot of people don't like it. Especially people that call themselves healers. In the way I view life, if someone calls themselves a healer, run, because they don't completely understand the way this universe works. In the way I view it, there's no such thing as a healer. Everybody is an infinite, unlimited being who can completely heal themselves of anything. That's what I advocate, and that's what I help people do. All right? Beautiful. So let's get into it, shall we? I have a few questions I want to ask you guys. I agree, it is interesting. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let's cut the chat for a moment. Let's everybody totally focus here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to launch a poll. I have a 5-question poll that I created literally 3 minutes before we started, okay? I may have a typo. I don't care. It's all good. I'm going to launch the poll right now. 5 questions on just about any device. You ought to be able to click and respond. So let's go through these as quickly as possible, get them answered, and then we're going to discuss the answers, okay? I have a timer running here. Let's see if we can knock this out in 3 minutes. All right. Do you believe in the law of attraction? Question number 1. Question number 2, are you frustrated at all with the law of attraction? Question number 3, been involved with self-help and spiritual learning? 4, and then it gives you your time period. No, don't answer in the chat, you guys. Don't answer in the chat. Look at your screen. All right. It might have lagged because it looks like you guys might have just now started to see it. So people just now starting to vote. We want to get as many responses here as we possibly can in under 3 minutes, everybody. There we go. Now we got some votes coming. Here we go. Everybody, come on. Answer them quick. Regarding your results from self-help and personal development, being honest about how you feel about it. And then which area creates the greatest difficulty or challenge for you? And let me turn, I got some notifications coming in. I'm going to turn off real quick. All right, we have roughly 40% have responded. Oh, boom, 50%. Okay, it just took you guys a couple minutes here. Yay. Beautiful. We're at a minute and we have got 70% voted. You guys freaking rock. Thank you. Thank you. Now I know you took me seriously on the interaction. 72%, come on, no matter what. I don't care what kind of device you're on. Take the minute. We're at 75%. We got to get at least 80% voting on this thing. Come on, everybody. I'm going to give it 3 minutes. I want to take more than 1 in question number 5. Number 5, you actually, I believe that I set that one up where you can, didn't I? Oh, man, if I didn't, I apologize. But you know what? One of them does create the greatest difficulty. One definitely creates the greatest difficulty. Which one is the most painful? Yeah, number 4 is allowing multiple. That was my bad. Like I said, I spent like 3 minutes setting this up. All right, we're at 2 minutes. We have 79% have voted. Come on, everybody. Let's do this. Come on. Let's get it done. 80% at 2 minutes. All right, we can get 90% to respond to this thing in less than 3 minutes. You got 50 seconds, everybody. Come on. I understand, Gayla. I totally understand. Carla's with me. Let's go, people. Because the quicker we get this done, guess what? We get on with the fun. Minneapolis is done. Minneapolis didn't wait. You're welcome, Omri, thank you. You're very welcome. %. Oh, come on, 8 seconds. Come on, you guys, click some answers here. We're almost done. Come on. It's recording, Colleen, but that doesn't guarantee that the recording will take. So we're going to find out. 85%. All right. 3 seconds. 2, 1, done. I'm stopping. 85% responded. That ain't bad. All right, now I'm going to share the results with you, beautiful people. So let's take a look at this. All right, I just shared them. It might take a minute for you to see them. Okay, do you believe, everybody, now this is important. I want you to become totally present. You did not come to this webinar just to look at my pretty tapestry behind me or the beautiful crystals behind me. I don't think you did. I think you came here because of the invitation that I made. There's some stuckness going on. There's some frustration going on. And there is the possibility here of actually breaking free, even though you've been promised many times and most of you have spent so much money. Okay, so let's really become present here. Do you believe in the law of attraction? Almost nobody said no. So that is 98% yes, with a huge, vast majority saying it probably exists or absolutely. Number 2, are you frustrated at all? 98% are having some degree of frustration with it. Now that is important because you thought it was just you. And in this law of attraction world, we're all supposed to be so fucking positive all the time, because otherwise we're focusing on the negative, that we're not allowed to say this, or we're being negative. That's just bullshit. Okay. So I'm going to help with that. It's okay. You're not being negative by being honest. And I tip my hat. If I was wearing one, I tip my hat. In fact, hang on a minute. I have my expert hat that I sometimes wear on these live streams and webinars. So now I can actually tip my hat to you guys for being honest. Thank you. All right. Enough of that seriousness. Let's get back to silliness and fun now. All right. Frustrated. Look at those numbers. Okay. Number 3, I've been involved with self-help and spiritual development for how long? Huge majority over 5 years, and a rather strong majority over 10 years. And I just upset my crystal. Oh, you beautiful thing. You're all right. Okay. Number 4, regarding my results. Now, this is one of the most important questions that I ever ask. And I encourage you to really tune in, slow down, take a minute, and really think about this for a minute, if you will, because you thought it was just you. Regarding my results from self-help and spiritual personal development and law of attraction, 29% feel something might be hidden from me. 46% feel maybe I'm missing something. 22% feel when all the bullshit's down and we're being completely honest and raw and vulnerable, maybe there's something wrong with me. You know, I've spent so much time and so much money on self-help and personal development. I've put so many years and so many dollars, and I've gone to so many seminars, and I've done so many programs. I wonder if there might actually be something wrong with me. 22% willing to be that honest. 30% say some of it is valuable. 3% say I've always found the exact perfect results. I'm curious about why you're on this webinar. We're going to talk about that. And 55, strong majority still feel stuck. And this is no surprise. Which area creates the greatest difficulty and frustration for me? 59% say money, business, and success. And next time I do that poll, I'm going to make that question multiple choice, because several people were actually wanting to do that. Okay. Everybody clear? Everybody got those results? All right. Before I go any further, I'm going to stop the sharing here. I want to monitor the comments here for just 1 minute. How do I make that go away? Boom, gone. Okay. Let me ask a question. If you had any insight or any epiphany or any surprise at those answers, let's just take 2 or 3 minutes to skim over that. You guys type in some comments. If you were surprised in any way, shape, or form, the last one, how did I get 185% on the last one? It was a multiple choice. People got to select multiples. Just isn't working for me. Surprised by the people who said it was working for them. Me too. Many stuck on money. Not surprised. I feel so much better. I would have selected all of them on the last one. Pamela says everyone's like me. That is right. That is the truth. I don't know why I can't unlock my gift. Well, you're going to find out. Surprised by how many people thought something was wrong with them. Not really. A lot of people are stuck. Beautiful. Stuck in so many areas due to loss. Have done so much work, but overwhelmed with circumstances beyond my control. Katie says we need some guidance. Stuck on water is wet, rocks are hard, and sky is blue. My early childhood traumas. Beautiful. Okay, so law of attraction seems like it works a little, then drops off or actually blows up in your face. Perfect. Now let's stop the chat, if you will. All right, let's come present now. I've been doing this work since I was about 3 years old. If you guys will, let's stop the chat now and tune in. When I was about 3 years old, I discovered that I had a gift. I had the ability to look at people and listen to them for a few seconds, and I could literally see exactly how they were holding themselves back. And I could actually tell them and show them the way out. I had that gift since I was 3 years old. Now imagine how weird that shit was. Okay. I had no idea how to tame that gift. It looked like a curse to me because I kept alienating people. Everybody I would meet, I just looked at them and I loved them so much. I had unconditional love in my heart for everybody. And I would try to tell them how they could be happy. And I was accurate. I could read people inside and out in a few seconds since I was 3 years old. But I had no filter and I had no wisdom about how to use it. Then I spent from around 18 until my mid 40s, late 40s, I spent over 300 grand on all the self-help and all the quantum physics and meditation and belief elimination and law of attraction, everything that was available. And then at my lowest point, when I was suicidal, I had made and lost everything I had for the 7th time. And when I had this miraculous moment and I went from infinite possibilities, the idea of them rather, to the experience. When I went from the idea of energy to seeing and feeling it, when I went from the idea that we're all one and anything is possible to living it, I went from emotionally suicidal for most of my life to emotionally free in a matter of seconds in that awakening moment. January 3rd, 2011, around 10:30 in the morning. I'll never forget it. I wrote the whole story in my book. Those of you that just got my book, you're going to read it. A few months later, I got inspired to start doing this work. And those of you who have seen some of the testimonials, you've seen some of the people that have written comments here that have said they've experienced miracles either through my work or through my book. That would understandably, wow, my camera just shifted. That was cool. That could understandably bring up some skepticism for you. I would completely understand. I mean, it would for me. So let's do a quick check here. Let's be honest. Do you feel any degree of skepticism when I say that miracles are possible and that people are constantly having miracles from my book? Let's do the raise your hand thing. Any skepticism? If you didn't, there'd probably be something wrong. Those of you that are brand new to my work, I don't expect you to believe it for a second. Okay? Okay, so we got about 40 people. So that's roughly 20%, 22% say that. So let's do this. How about everybody? Thank you. So let's stop the chat for a moment. I'm going to lower the hands. All right, let's stop the chat for a minute. Here's what I want to do. Everybody, please stop the chat for a minute, except for people who are on here. And I literally have no idea how many of my friends or fans are on here. If you've been through my book, my videos, or done work with me, and you've experienced massive breakthroughs or miraculous experiences with me, just type that simply in the chat for a minute. And everybody that will, just read that for a minute in the chat. If you've been through my book or my work, and you've had miracles or huge breakthroughs that were mind-boggling for you, just type in what you've experienced from my work. And everybody just take that minute so that you can lay your skepticism slightly aside. I've only watched one of your lives and I experienced it. Several of them. Read Brian's book and experienced the money spell. I've experienced what some would call a miracle. I know that Karen is on here, and Karen watched one of my videos and had a live video where I worked with someone else that had cancer, and she had 3 cancers leave her body from watching it. So you guys see this? I don't expect that to alleviate your skepticism. It could reduce it if you read what these people are saying. And if you want to, those of you that want to take a minute, scroll through. I got so many people that are brand new to my work here. Alicia, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that in a different dimension since I read the book. Beautiful. Beautiful. I got you, Kenny. Okay, thanks, everybody. All right. So that will help to reduce some of the stuff. And people are still typing in comments about this. Wayne, you might want to make a note that we might want to make a note of some of that chat later. Lots of people saying these things. All right. So how is that possible? How does it happen that we can spend 10, 20, 30 years, some of us, chasing the self-help train, trying everything, all kind of therapies, all kind of stuff. And then people can work with me, read my book, work with me, watch one of my freaking videos, or come out and spend the days with me in Hawaii, and miracles be the norm. How in the world is that? I must be claiming some kind of superhuman ability, right? Well, yeah and no. I'm claiming that we're all superhuman. We're all infinite, unlimited beings. For whatever reason, I chose to come into this world and go through an extra dose of hell with a gift that enables me to help people to expand miraculously by simply tuning in to what I do. I am showing people how to access their own gifts. That is absolutely a fact. Okay, I'm a little further down the path than most, but I don't care. I'm not egoic about it. I just show people how to get further down the path really fast. So how about if we do that right now? So I'm going to share with you the first step that I share with the huge majority of people when they're beginning to get this information, they're beginning to open up. What I invite you to do is to start breathing with me in a specific way. So I'm going to invite you to, let's in the chat for now. I'm going to invite you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And slow everything down a little bit. Now, if you notice your chest or your shoulders moving, you want to stop that right now. Put a hand on your belly and make sure that you're using your belly for this. You're going to breathe in through your nose. And your belly is going to go out a little bit. And then you're going to breathe out through your mouth. And your belly is going to move in. And I want to highlight what's actually happening here. When you breathe in, your diaphragm goes down. So watch this. Diaphragm goes down. When your diaphragm goes down, it stretches your lungs and pulls air in through your nose. And the diaphragm going down is what pushes your belly out, your back, your sides, and your belly a little bit. And most of us are, so trained. You're not supposed to have a gut. Suck your gut in. Almost everybody's in chronic tight gut here, trying to not have a belly. Let that go at least for a few minutes or for the rest of your life if you want to be happy and healthy. But anyway, in through the nose, diaphragm goes down. Now, when your lungs starting to get full, you want to release that and just breathe out through your mouth. And when you breathe out through your mouth, the diaphragm comes back up. And when it comes up, it compresses the lungs and pushes the air out through your mouth. So first thing we're doing is breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're going to notice that you start to feel calmer. You're going to start to feel more resourceful because you are more resourceful. All good, Caleb. Thank you, buddy. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And now we're going to make the duration of inhale about the same as the duration of the exhale, like this. Just a nice, smooth flow of air, nothing fancy. And then I want to encourage you to breathe in just a little tiny bit more air than usual. And breathe out just a tiny little bit more air than usual. Nothing scary, nothing threatening, no big caricatures, nothing exaggerated, no hard work here. Just when you get at the top of where you would normally stop inhaling, breathe in a tiny bit more. And then at the bottom of your exhale, where you would normally stop exhaling, just breathe out a tiny little bit more. And keep that flowing as we go through the information that I am going to convey to you here, so that you can begin to remember that you are an infinite, unlimited being, and you can begin to step into more of your infinite, unlimited being right now. Okay? So every spiritual tradition, every one of them, has at some point in its formation what they call their creation story. And the fact is that we don't know how we got here. We don't know where the hell we are, or if we are in a where, and we don't know where the hell we're going. So we have to use myth, which is a symbolic story, to express and explain that which cannot be expressed or explained. So a lot of people familiar with Christianity, the story of Genesis, every system out there has some form of creation myth, a story about how the universe came into being. And I have developed a way of explaining this that whenever I explain this, it is just mind-boggling. People begin to have epiphanies and insights just from this introductory level stuff. So I just want to give a brief disclaimer here. I am not a Christian, I'm not a Buddhist, I'm not a Hindu, I'm not a Ian or a Tian or a Ist of any kind whatsoever. I don't subscribe to any religious system. I subscribe to limitless spiritual truth. And in a universe that's made of energy, in a universe which is made up of energy, and we don't know what the fuck energy is either. Boy, we like to think we do. We talk about atoms and, subatomic, blah, blah, blah. I have no idea what it is. Neither do the scientists who are working with it. We have no idea what any of that shit is. We make up words, and then we pretend we know what it is. And we like to say the words that make us sound very intelligent, right? We don't know shit. With the universe being made of energy, you can breathe deeply and laugh. It'll actually help you to breathe more deeper. The laughing will help. All right, so keep breathing. Thank you. Energy is kind of indefinable, and the universe is infinite, which means cannot be defined. It's infinite. So there's an infinite number of ways that you could describe an infinite universe. Some of them will be serving and beneficial and helpful, and some of them will not. Now, I'm inviting you to really tune in. I'm going slower. I'm going to go deep. Don't worry. I'm going way slower than I normally go. I have these clients that come out here and invest big money with me. I fly through this stuff. So some of you that have done deep work with me, you're going to love that I'm going to fill in some of the basic gaps that I fly over with you. And don't worry, those of you who think, well, you're going kind of slow here. Number one, how much did you pay for this webinar? I'll give you your money back if you're not happy. Number two, don't worry, we are going to go deep. What's most important is that you become present and that you breathe and that you absorb what I'm sharing. That's the most important thing. All right. So in an infinite, unlimited universe, it could be described an infinite, unlimited number of ways. It's not about whether one of them is true or not. In a way, the entire universe is your imagination, and that's more real than you might guess. So it's not about whether one of the ways of explaining it is right or true. I can just say this. So far, 70-something thousand people in 83 countries. I've worked with homeless people. I've worked with business people. I've worked with moms, network marketers, millionaires, and billionaires in cultures around the world. And I find, I'm just going to ignore the chat, everybody, to stay focused here. And I honor those of you that are chatting. Keep breathing. I find that when I share this picture with them that I'm about to share with you of how the universe works, all of a sudden, their life works. All of a sudden, they're calm. All of a sudden, they're present. And if you keep yawning, that's a very helpful thing. Suddenly, they're present, and they're calm, and they're resourceful, and they're able to navigate the problems that they felt stuck with for the last 10, 20, 30 years. So there's my enticement to you to stay present to this. It's not about whether it's true or not. It's about, does this model of explaining the universe serve, and does it work? And I'll let you be the judge of that for yourself. Okay? So here it is. In the beginning, for those of you that want to close your eyes, feel free. In the beginning, there was nothing. And this nothing had infinite, unlimited potential to be and make anything and everything. It was inexhaustible. It was limitless. It was eternal. And it was perfect. And because it was eternal, that beginning is actually ever present, always now. Creation didn't happen then. Creation is happening now, all the time, all the time, all the time. So let's, you know what, let's don't eyes closed quite yet. We'll do that in a minute. I want to ask a question here. And if you are a client of mine, you do not get to answer this question. If you're a client of mine and I've shared this with you, do not cheat and answer this question. Let's do a quick hand thing. Who knows the answer to the question? You're not a client of mine. Who knows the answer to the question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Who knows the answer? All right. One person says egg. One says neither. One says both. Neither. Egg. I want to say egg. The idea both. Don't know. I've told myself both. Chicken, chicken, chicken. I always forget. No idea. Egg. Haven't a clue. Both. Don't know. Okay. There's a chicken in the egg, so both. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, now see, I knew clients of mine would be answering. That's just fucked up. I said no clients, nobody that's been through my stuff, and you guys are doing it anyway. Nah. Okay, I'm gonna explain this to you. Okay, so check this out. You ready? You ready? It's okay. It's okay. I'm messing with you anyway. All right, so listen to this. The biggest lie, and there are some gigantic lies in this imaginary, amazing, infinite universe. Man, we got some big lies to deal with. It is so fun. The biggest lie is the lie of cause and effect. And virtually every single one of us believes deeply in cause and effect. I mean, we've been dealing with it for a long, long, long time. Our educational systems, our governmental systems, our medical systems, I don't know if I said military systems, every educational and institutionalized system that we get teaches us the fundamentals of cause and effect. It is buried in our language. It is in every presupposition about friggin' everything, cause and effect. This causes that, this causes that, this causes that, and this is because of that. Well, the reason I'm fucked up is because, well, this happened when I was 3 and that happened. We got all these because of things, okay? Cause and effect is bullshit. It doesn't exist. The universe is arising right this instant now. It's arising out of eternity into time and space right now, having experience. The simple question, which came first, the chicken or the egg? If we would look at that question with total presence and not flinch, if we look at it directly in the eye, which came first? We cannot deny that they both arise now. They both arise now. Why? Because you said so. When you said you wanted to play in a universe. So now let's go back to the beginning, okay? In the beginning, where there's only infinite possibilities right now, at the eternal level, nothing ever changes, so it's right now. It's always now at the eternal level with nothing ever changing, nothing ever moving. So infinite, unlimited, eternal, complete, perfect energy beingness, not a being, dwelling eternally with infinite possibilities. oming in bliss forever. Got bored as hell and said, you know, this is all good and everything, eternal bliss, but I want to have an experience. I mean, here in eternity, I can't go anywhere because there's no space. And I can't do anything because there's no thing. There's nothing here. So with no space and no time and no thing, no movement is possible. So it's limitless, boundless, and eternal. An infinite, unlimited being said, I want to have an experience, man. I want to do something. I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to make a universe. Holy shit, I will make a universe. This is going to be amazing. So I'm going to project, let me see, I'm going to project energy seemingly out of this eternalness into this illusory hologram of time and space. I'm going to make time and I'm going to make space. They're going to be very, very convincing. Now, let me see. How will I do this? Well, I'll worry about how in just a minute. Okay, so let's see. There's going to be up and down and light and dark. And it's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Warm and cold. It's going to be freaking amazing. And there's going to be lions and tigers and bears and soft things and beautiful things and ugly things and scary things and school and murder and wheelchairs and holy crap. Who is the creator? Somebody just asked me, well, you are. The only unlimited being that exists chose to project out of eternity into time and space. I'm not sure that who exactly is a question. We like questions like who is the creator? The creator is way beyond the who. So this infinite, unlimited source being itself, some say source, some say God, you can call it whatever you want. Infinite, unlimited, eternal being couldn't possibly give a flippity shit what we call it. That's for sure. All right. So it says, I'm going to do this. I'm going to project this light out of eternity into time and space and have this experience. Boom. But then it realized, wait, shit, there's nothing to make a universe out of. Damn, there's no thing and no space and no time. I can't make a freaking universe. Wait, ooh, I know, I'll make it out of the only thing that is, which is me. And so it projects light seemingly out of eternity. So I'm going to just start by letting this be eternity, this spot right here, okay? Suddenly, this is eternity. Work with me. Here's eternity. All possibility, all potentials are right here, and it's going to project out of that eternity into this illusion of time and space. So it projects this light, which is all the knowledge, information, and wisdom that has ever been and will ever be, because it's eternal, not time-based. And all the power that creates infinite, unlimited universes without ever putting a scratch or a dent in its infinite capacity to become more and make more. There it goes. Now, that light alternates at a septillion times per second. It arises, projecting out, and then it passes away and disappears. It's a hologram. It's an illusion. The whole thing is non-physical. Now, Einstein, Tesla, Napoleon Hill, as well as all the greatest spiritual seers and teachers of all time said there's no physical universe here. It's a hologram of light, okay? The idea that was created through imagination has manifested, absolutely. We call it reality. And then Einstein said, man, you know, it's an illusion, but damn, is it a convincing illusion? Because when you bang your toe or whatever, it's really, really, really convincing when that happens, okay? So this infinite, unlimited being projecting out of eternity into time and space to have experience is doing it to have what? What is it? An experience. It's projecting out of eternity into time and space, into this illusion. It's creating the illusion of time and space. How could there be eternity if eternity is defined? Well, that's because we're making up words, Dave. We're making up words to be able to describe the indescribable, the indefinable. Eternity is not just outside of time, it's pre-time, it's pre-manifestational. Time is the illusion where it seems like things move, and we're sitting here as a seemingly separate cell of awareness. All right? So here's where it starts to get kind of freaky. This infinite, unlimited, eternal energy that's projecting out of eternity into time and space, guess what it shows up as first? You. It shows up as you first. So check it out. Anybody, ever tell you, well, who do you think you are? The center of the universe? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this. I want you to go. Look that way as far as it goes. And then look that way as far as it goes. And then look that way as far as it goes. And that way as far as it goes. And that way as far as, and then look through the earth as far as it goes and say, yep, looks to me like I am the center of the fucking universe. You got a problem with it? I am the center of the universe. And so are you. Because infinite, unlimited, eternal being projecting out of eternity into time and space shows up first as me. It shows up first as you, becoming, radiating right now. You are the infinite, unlimited source of everything that has ever been and will ever be, showing up as a hologram of a body according to a code that you programmed in. Hey, I want to go experience what it's like to be separate. I want to go in, experience what it's like to get my ass kicked. I want to be born to crazy motherfuckers who teach me that there's no love, because over here I am infinite, unlimited, eternal love, joy, peace, bliss, beyond. So I want to go in, man. I'm going to go in and have experience. Now, this gets kind of trippy here. You cannot have experience without limitation. And this is something that, man, I talk to some smart people who don't quite get yet. I love you too, Suzanne. Well, I am you. How could I not love you? Okay, I talk to some smart people that they're still kind of struggling with this one. They don't know, why would I choose that? Okay, so if you've been living a life, I'm going to lower hands here. If you've been living a life that has included suffering, difficulty, frustration, confusion, and I did say suffering, pain. If you're already raising your hands, you guys are so awesome. Raise your hand. If you've been experiencing difficulty, confusion, frustration, sadness, anger, fear, lack, holy shit, what's going on here? Raise your hand. Be honest. Be honest. I'm raising mine, if that helps. 50%, 60%, almost 70%. Still climbing. All of the above, to the point that I am ready to exit this life. Okay, Alicia Hall, everybody stop for 1 minute. That's enough. We got nearly everybody. Okay, Alicia, take a look right here, if you will. All of the above to the point that I'm ready to exit this life. Here's the funny thing, Alicia. You actually cannot exit this life. You can't. The way that you created it, if you put a gun in your mouth or a knife to your wrist, or even that cool thing where you put a chair and put a rope around your neck and jump. You could even jump in front of a truck. It doesn't matter. You're going to pop right back into the stream to move through the things that you placed here for yourself to work through. I speak from experience. Even though I didn't consciously attempt to end my life, I thought about it many times. When I was 16, same shit, different plane. I love that. When I was 16, I got hit by a car and I was dead for about 30 minutes. I'm telling you, there ain't no way out. Here's the great news though. You don't actually need to. Keep breathing. Now everybody check in and see how much you're still breathing the way I showed you. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice and smooth. Same duration inhale as exhale, moving back into your body and becoming present and resourced, calm, everything balancing, centering, hemispheres of the brain coming back into balance, brain and heart coming back into coherence, no software required. Just letting everything calm down. The odds are in just a little bit, you're not going to want to exit this life. Okay. Those of you who said yes, I have another question for you. Have you ever, I'm going to lower all hands. Here we go. Boom. Have you ever thought or wondered or even said anything like, why in the hell would somebody choose that? You might be thinking about yourself. You might be thinking about someone else. You see someone like with cancer. You see somebody, in a wheelchair. Someone had a major accident. They're in pain for 10 years. Say, why in the hell, if we're infinite beings, if we're all energy, why in the world would someone choose that? Okay? Numbers are climbing. Just the idea of victims alone. Okay, beautiful. Good enough. Over 50%. Thank you. Babies born with problems. Thank you. That's one of the biggest ones. That's one of the biggest ones right there. Okay, so check this out. Check this out. You breathing? Infinite, unlimited being you are. Childhood, cancer, and death. There you have it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Breathe. Everybody stop the chat and tune in now. So, creation day, which of course is now. You, eternal, infinite, unlimited being, right here. All the knowledge, information, and wisdom that's ever been and will ever be, all the power that creates infinite, unlimited universes, inexhaustible, beyond the beyond the beyond. All the love, joy, peace that's ever been and will ever be. It's yours, it's you. And all the power to create infinite, unlimited universes, it's yours, flows through you. You're it. And you say, I am ready to have an experience. I'm going to go have me an experience right now. I've had enough of this boring ass fucking eternal boringness. I am going to go have me an experience. So I'm going to project out into this universe and have an experience of seeming separation. So as you did that, here's what you did. You lean forward like a little bubble, leaning forward. And you begin the process of, I'm gonna go have an experience. Yeah, I'm gonna have an experience, man. Y'all with me? Y'all breathing? Okay. And you look down and you said, oh my God, look at this. Door number 1. I go in to this planet 30,000 years in the future. Everything's so advanced. It's so amazing. Our planet is in total harmony with the rest of the galaxy. There's this huge federation, and I get to be the fucking emperor. I'm going to be the emperor, or if you want to be female, you might be the empress. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be the emperor of the freaking universe, and I'm going to go in and let me see. All right, so I'm going to live to be 342 years old, and I'm going to have the perfect romantic love partner, and we're going to have perfect healthy children. I'm going to live in perfect health until my very last day. I'm going to have the biggest orgasm of my life, and then I'm going to expire right there in the state of bliss, and my partner's going to go with me in total bliss. We're going to have that agreement, and until then, my whole life is going to be wealth and ease and grace and fun and love and kindness and joy and bliss and organic food, and oh my God, it's going to be so amazing. Wow, experience. I'm going in. And so you're leaning here as the bubble of eternity, getting ready to project out and live that life. But then you notice, what's that? Door number 2. Wait, let me see. What's behind door number 2? Door number 2, I get to be born in 1972 on Earth in Africa, in a village where AIDS and malaria, or whatever you prefer, has swept through in a drought. There's hardly any water, hardly any food. Almost all the adults are dead. There's just a few adults left. Children still there. They're fading away. And I get to be born to a mom with malaria and AIDS. And let me see. I'll be really hungry. It's going to be really hot and dry. There's no water. There's hardly anybody there to even help. Mom's going to die, have given birth. I'm going to live for 8 hours hungry, starving, dehydrated, with flies biting me. Oh my God, experience. Holy shit. Whoa, send me in. Oh my God, I'm going to go have an experience. And then you go, oh shit, wait, door number 3. I get to be Adrian or Anna or Angela or Arsim or Artie or Barbara or Bethany or Beverly or Brody, Brolin, Carla, Chantal. Great to see you on. Hey, Charlene, Cheryl. Hey, aloha. Didn't know you were on. Aloha, aloha, aloha. Colleen, Courtney, Christina, David, D, Dennis. I get to be this person. Or Rebecca. Now, how do you pick? How do you pick? I mean, how awesome. You get to go out of this boring ass eternal bliss forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You get to project out and live a lifetime in physical experience. Do you give a flippity shit whether you live 242 years in total unbelievable perfect health, or if you live 8 hours as an African child baking and drying in the sun? Or you don't care because you have an infinite number of lifetimes to do it again and again and again and again and again. It's all experience. It's all experience. And from the perspective of boring ass eternity, where you can't go nothing because you can't go anywhere because there ain't no space, you can't do nothing because there ain't no time. Wow, experience. I'm going in. I'm going to go do this. Okay. So let's do a quick check-in. Suzanne just read my mind. I was just going to say, who's digging this? So Suzanne just said, I'm digging this. Let's just see. Ooh, somebody just asked about karma. You guys remind me to answer the karma thing in just a minute. So let's see. How you guys enjoying this? What you guys getting out of this? Loving it? Yes. Is this being helpful, beneficial, fun? I did say fun at the beginning. Love it? Loving it? Absolutely digging it? Fantastic. Yes, yes, perfect. Right on. We choose our experiences in advance. Holy fuck. You guys have dirty mouths. I love it. Okay. Are you kidding? Better than ever. It's great. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on here. Deanna said still here. Okay. We had like 197. Now we have 201 people. So basically everybody's staying on. Okay. So you know what the experience will be beforehand. Yes. And you make yourself forget it all completely. Ooh, 2 questions here. I got to write this down. Karma and astrology. And somebody says, taking in every word, remind is mind-boggling. Okay, great. All right, let's pause the chat. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad. My inner being just slapped me upside the head. Okay, good. So you guys are starting to feel a little bit of relief. You're starting to see some things happen. Is everybody breathing? Okay, ooh, okay, stop the chat, please. Stop the chat. Stop. Wait. I want to respond because a few of you just asked some really truly ideal questions. All right, and you guys are not stopping. Stop the chat. Okay, got a couple karmas on here. Okay, good. All right, now here we go. I want to respond to a few things. Infinite, unlimited, eternal being. Just like my camera got out of focus. There we go. Infinite, unlimited, eternal being projects out of eternity into this illusion of time and space to have experience. No comments, only raise hand. Who here believes in karma in some way to some extent? And who's a little curious? A couple people asked me, and if 2 people asked, I figure there's got to be a few people like, what the fuck? What'd you do to karma, Brian? What are you doing? Okay, that's like over 30%. Okay, stop with the hands. Thank you. Over 30%. Okay, so check this out. I don't want to offend anybody, but the good news is I can't offend you. You can only choose to get offended. No one can ever offend you. We either on our end or we get off-ended, and we offend ourselves by believing the shit that we believe and then thinking it actually matters. Okay, so karma number 1, infinite, unlimited being projecting out of eternity into time and space to have experience is here to have experience, not to work out fucking karma. You invented karma way after you projected out of eternity into time and space to have this experience. You invented karma to confuse yourself and frustrate yourself and give yourself this yardstick. Oh, I have to always measure myself by karma. Thank goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's choice. It's a choice of experience. You invented the idea of karma in order to give yourself another confusing additive to your experience. Now, Suzanne just said, totally, I'm a former Buddhist and I completely agree. Okay? I'm a former everything too, so I totally get that. Okay. Now listen, I'm gonna take this down to simple roots here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. We're getting close to an hour and a half here total. And what I'm going to do, well, I'll tell you guys in a few minutes. I have a couple ideas about how I'm going to expand, given even more over the month of December. I got a couple ideas here. So, infinite, unlimited being, projecting out of eternity into time and space. You're welcome, Suzanne. Thank you, too. Thank you for being on with me. Projecting out of eternity. Infinite, unlimited, eternal, complete, perfect energy. Momentum, I will address that for a moment. So let me write it down. I'm going to stay focused here. This infinite, unlimited, complete, eternal, I'm not going to be able to monitor the chat for a few minutes, guys. So hang on, please. If anybody types it in any chat right now, I'm going to miss it. So if you have a question, you want to wait a couple of minutes. I might be about to answer it anyway. How do you get my book? If someone will, Davey, somebody, if you will type in breakyourselfhelpaddiction.com, double check the spelling. Helen, you can grab that. Damn, that was fast. Thank you, Jonathan. Holy crap. I don't know how you did that. Breakyourselfhelpaddiction.com. Got it right. Okay. Now let's freeze the chat or I'm going to miss your comments here. Those look like they're all spelled correctly. You can click that, leave the thing open. You'll get my book for free with several super powerful videos, including I go really deep into this breathing that's helping people have so many miracles. All those videos come with it free too. So how about that for free awesomeness? Merry Christmas in advance. All right. Energy, eternal, infinite, complete, perfect, flawless, beyond ideas of right and wrong, beyond ideas of good and bad, beyond ideas of positive and negative, beyond all those ideas. Karma is something you invented later through the form of religions and spiritual systems so that you could be adequately confused and frustrated and struggle. All right, you still got a lot of comments coming in. I'm not going to be able to read them, everybody. It'd be helpful if you stop with the comments, please. Okay. Meditation 2. If the comments stop, I will address meditation in just a minute. All right. Astrology. Now, this one is kind of powerful. What about astrology? Let's put this in perspective. Is everybody breathing, by the way? In through the nose, out through the mouth, getting back in the body and becoming present and stable, and all systems coming back into play where these questions don't matter as much and we can actually leverage the answers into what we want to experience. Infinite, unlimited, complete, perfect being, projecting out of eternity into time and space to have experience and choose the experience that it wants to have and navigate the experiences that we don't want to have. All right. I'm going to make a choice. I see a couple comments still coming in. I'm going to have to come back to those, you guys, if I'm going to get through this. This paradigm that I'm sharing with you, thousands and thousands of people have gone through this work with me. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, actually thousands, that I've sat down and done deep work with, either in group where I've spoken around the world, online events, multi-week program, some of them high ticket, some of them a little more normal mainstream stuff. And then these people that come out and spend 4 days with me, one after another here in Hawaii, invest in big ass money. Okay, we go super, super deep into this, and I answer all these questions and much more in that work. What I call that I'm sharing with you for free here, what I call that is shifting your core paradigm. And when you shift your core paradigm, what is the universe? What am I? And how do I fit in it? When you shift that at the roots, all of these beliefs and belief systems and paradigms and rules and values and clusters of beliefs and ideas, they begin to dissolve and diminish and fade in the background, and you find your presence rising and your need for those distractions diminishing, i.e. breathing. And you just start to create more powerfully what you want to create. So I'm answering these questions in the light of what I call the level 5 paradigm, which is the foundation of my book and my work. This level 5 paradigm answers every question you will ever ask. It squelches all skepticism, because as you start to live it, the miracles and the epiphanies just happen on their own, and then you start to be able to answer your own questions. So let's look at astrology for just 1 minute. There's multiple different types. Okay, there's Jyotish astrology related to Hinduism and pre-Hinduism. There's Western astrology, the zodiac. There's Chinese astrology. Everyone, then there's I Ching, there's human design drawn from the I Ching, there's all the Enneagram and all these powerful systems. The reason why astrology has validity, nothing is my guru, including astrology. I don't look to it for my answers. I look at it and see the answer reflected in it, which is a very big distinction. And here's why. The stars are part of my body. When infinite, unlimited, eternal being projects out of eternity into time and space, and it projects as this body first, it projects out beyond that as my emotional body, and out beyond that as my mental body, and out beyond that as the universe, which is my entire body. The space between the stars and the planets is a continuum of the space between the atoms in my physical body, and it's all one. There is no separation. We all talk about how we're all one. We talk about how, there's no separation, but look at this, look at this, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, insights, epiphanies. Keep breathing deep, everybody. Keep breathing deep. I am that. I'm the source of everything that has ever been and will ever be. I'm the source of all the knowledge, information, the wisdom, and power that creates universes unending, that can live an infinite, unlimited number of lifetimes from an infinite number of perspectives. Everything and everyone are cells in my body. And you and I are that one. So astrology isn't the truth. It's not the source of the truth. It's a mirror of the truth. Those stars and planets were in a specific place when I was conceived, even though I am that which made the conception and the stars possible. I am everything, including animals. I am everything, including the universe. I know it makes sense, and I want you to feel, as this makes sense, Carla, feel the relief that starts to come in as you breathe. We are cells of the infinite being, and we are the source of it all. All these spiritual systems where you hear little fragments of this and pieces of this, I'm giving you the level 5 paradigm, which is everything. It answers every question. It solves every problem. Mind blown. I love the point in every freaking session I ever do when those words pop across the screen, mind blown. Everybody that has water, take a big drink of your water. Everybody that doesn't, breathe and realize as soon as this is over, you want to go get some water. This makes me feel sad. I just want to go home. Eternity might be in the void, but I wouldn't feel so alone. I'm not feeling that connection that everyone else seems to be finding. Don't be sorry. Gillian, all right, hang on a minute. Breathe. I understand. A lot of people have been experiencing pieces of this, Ken. It's a matter of integrating it, and I have several techniques and tools for helping people to integrate it. Gillian, keep breathing. You are home. You are home. You are source. Terry and Gillian. Okay, everybody, stop the chat for a minute here, please. All right, I'm getting several comments of people wanting to go home. Somebody messaged me today, private messaged me, I need to get out of this hologram. No, you don't. Stop. Stop. All right, will you guys stop the chat for a minute, please? I'm not going to be able to respond to these things because I'm not going to scroll up. I got a little bit more information I want to cover. I used to feel people needed my help too, Kenny. It's not true. If you're the universe, then everybody is the universe and everybody's actually okay. It doesn't mean you can't help. It means nobody needs your help. Okay. So if you found out how to be completely present here now, you wouldn't feel the need or the desire to go home. You'd realize you never left home. Because at the eternal level, nothing changes. Even when you're projected illusorily into this illusion of time and space, you are infinitely safe. You are eternally safe. You cannot be harmed or damaged or killed in any way, shape, or form. You can only feel the feeling of being cut off from your source, which is actually not true because you are the source. I'm telling you right now, key number one, those of you that are feeling cut off, stop. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And take this seriously. I know how much you guys invested for this webinar. Take it seriously anyway. Breathe in through your nose. 4 people now have said this, wanting to get out of here. It doesn't work. Do you want to complain? Do you want to do that? Or do you want to be free? Well, Anna says, am I going to tell you how to heal yourselves? I'm going to help you find the part of yourself that realizes you were never hurt and you don't need to heal. Start right now by breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Begin to become present. Deanna says, why do I keep yawning? When you're yawning like this from the deep breathing, you're actually letting unconsciousness release from your body, and consciousness is coming back in. After this, you may want to take a nap. Okay, if you guys make a comment here and you want everybody to see it, which would be ideal actually, make sure you click the blue button right near the comment button that says all panelists and attendees, or everyone, so it goes to everybody so everybody can see the comments. Sometimes I'm answering these questions and I'm not reading them, so that might be confusing to somebody. Okay, I got 3 more questions here I want to touch on. Number 1 says, when you talk about paradigm, is it the same as what Bob Proctor says? Not even close. Not even close. All right. Oh, the comments. You guys, I'm not going to be able to get to those answers, but it's okay. It's okay. Bob Proctor and I are not even close. I really love Bob. I went through his $6,000 year-long program several years ago, and I was very, very, very fascinated, and I got absolutely nothing out of it as far as changing my life. Very, very powerful, intellectual, fascinating information. Nothing that got down deeper. Bob talks about changing paradigms, changing paradigms, changing paradigms, changing paradigms, changing paradigms. I'm talking about changing your core paradigm. And he never goes anywhere near that in the work that he does. Infinite respect, just very different work. Okay. This resonates with me, but I also feel tremendous resistance at the same time. Just breathe through it. Okay, breathe through it. Now, someone asked a question that I definitely want to touch. What about those of us who suffer with genetic diseases? Do I not need healing, or I don't need healing? So listen, this is a big one. And I'm not going to linger here. I want to get moving on because I got a little bit more I want to give and cover to help everybody. This is a valid question. I want you guys to think about this. What about those of us who suffer with genetic diseases? I don't need healing. All right, everybody that's asking these questions, some of these questions are kind of pointless. If you'd stop those questions, not the question about genetic diseases, I'm going to address that. These other things you guys are saying, if you'd stop typing and start breathing, you're getting in your head and you're thinking, if I could just get this answer, this mental answer to this mental question that I haven't gotten an answer to, you're never going to get an answer to those questions. And if you did, it wouldn't answer your issue, and it's not going to make any difference in your life whatsoever. Focus on being in your body and breathing. Okay, now, I am doing that to an extent, Laura. However, some of these questions that are coming in are super valid, and that's what I'm feeling lighter and lighter. So everybody just stop with the chat. Stop with the chat. I had myself a couple notes saved down there, so I kept referring to it. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Projecting out of eternity into time and space to have experience. No experience better or worse than another. Creating every aspect, every angle and aspect and reflection of the entire illusion now, and able to change any aspect of it and any angle of it now. And like Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem, especially the significant problems, with the same level of thinking you were at when you created it. Now, so I talk to so many smart people. I mean, lots of really brilliant and smart people who just skim right, but they're like, oh, that's brilliant. I love that quote, without really looking at it. Would you really look at it? Would you really look at it? Would you stop for a moment? He said the significant problems we face cannot be solved with the same level of thinking we were at when what? We created them. We created what? Problems. How did we create problems? A level of thinking. Now, Einstein had a clever, fun way of sometimes saying a long sentence and actually breaking your neck with the last 2 or 3 words. And I'm telling you, so many people just skim right past this. I ain't skimming past it. He's saying, if you just take his words and rearrange them, we created all of our problems with a specific level of thinking. And we ain't going to solve them with that same part of the mind that creates problems. So somebody asked a moment ago, what about genetic disease? Do I not need healing? If you believe that you have a problem, I'm not insensitive to you. I'm not cold. I'm not harsh. I love you. And I understand that if I was in your shoes, the odds are very high that I would believe I had a genetic disease. I probably would. So I'm not being insensitive to you, not being flippant either. I'm saying that when you return your awareness to the place of wholeness, diseases can disappear like that. And I've been a part of it way too many times. I have no skepticism left. Karen Praxis on this session with us, she had multiple cancers on her body. She wouldn't name them. She wouldn't let anybody touch them. She wouldn't let them be called real. And she stayed open-minded for a very long time. And one session she watched of mine, one session, some of them were gone the next morning, and the last of them were gone a couple weeks later. Rich and Kate Postma that are on. Severe back injury, 30-something hairline fractures and 3 complete breaks, pelvis and spine. 22 years, multiple surgeries, agony for 20-something years. Watch me do a spell break with somebody else, boom, spine healed. This happens consistently with me. You getting that? It's possible. It's possible. So what do? You become present. This ain't present. This is present. In your body, breathing deeply, stabilizing your systems. Calm and present, where this idea of infinite being projecting from eternity into time and space stops being an idea and it becomes your truth. Raise your presence and your awareness to the place of wholeness, where you don't perceive a genetic disease, which is an idea that you created. Krishnamurti, Indian philosopher, said one of my absolute favorite quotes. He said, like, truth of the matter is, we don't actually solve any problems. We outgrow them. We rise in our awareness to the place where they're not problems anymore. And that's exactly what Einstein was saying. To rise to the place of awareness where you say, wow, what if this is a gift? At which point it has the potential to become one. Because when you no longer know something, all the infinite, unlimited energy and possibilities that are tied up in what you know, when you quit knowing that it's a genetic disease, you get to find out what it is. It gets to become infinite possibilities again. Yep. Now that's true on every topic. How do you do that if you're in pain in the moment? You want to know the answer? Leslie, you ready? Here's how you do it. Okay. No chat. Here's how you do it. First of all, stop calling it pain. Now, I didn't say that was going to solve it. I said, first of all, stop calling it pain. It is a sensation that you're feeling. You don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. If you're willing to accept the possibility that you actually don't know what it is, what the hell this is, I know what the doctor calls it. I know what the medical, I know what WebMD, I've been searching what's wrong with me. I wonder what's wrong with me. I just keep searching for what's wrong with me. Finding what's wrong. Oh, they say that this is what's wrong with me. This is what's called. Here's a prescription. Here's the prognosis. Quit fucking knowing what's wrong and quit knowing that it's pain and feel that there's a sensation going on and bring your awareness to feel the sensation. Oh, curious. I'm not necessarily enjoying this. I didn't say it was rainbows and sparkle ponies. I said feel the physical sensation. Bring your awareness to the physical sensation and feel it and breathe. Leslie, as long as you're calling it pain, whether you meant to or not, whether you knew it or not, as long as you were calling it pain, you were making it a wrongness and a badness and an undesirable, and you were in resistance to it. If you will feel the physical sensation with all of your awareness and breathe deeply and become totally present to that physical sensation that you were calling pain, and feel it with 100% of your attention and awareness. Yes, Rich. Feel the physical sensation and give it total presence with everything that you have, and feel it with breath, and watch it release its gift to you. Breathe a lot of air and drink a lot of water before, during, and after you ever do this. Your attention and your awareness, all the knowledge, information, and wisdom that's ever been, and all the power that creates infinite universes, is flowing out of eternity into time and space, projecting as you, with all of your circumstances, including what you call your disease, your pain, etc., etc., etc. You can choose in any moment to think about it, talk about it, search WebMD, join Facebook group. Ooh, they have the same condition I do. Ooh, look, we're all fucked up. Look at how we all suffer from the same. Or you could take that same infinite awareness and bring it into your body and feel the physical sensation and breathe with presence and aim the infinite light of presence into the physical sensation like a laser, which actually will dissolve the mass of energy that was showing up as that thing that you thought you knew what it was, so that it can dissolve back into infinite possibilities again. I've never seen it fail. If you don't call it pain, and like Jeremy said, if you don't call it your pain, I've got this sensation I'm noticing right now. What's up with that? I have no fucking idea. Let me find out. Ooh, I don't know if I want to find out. I think I'd rather just feel it, give it presence, and let it dissolve back into infinite possibilities. Now, listen, to be super clear, I don't focus on medical stuff here, okay? Erica having scoliosis leave her body, and Terry having RSD leaving her body, and Josh and Karen having cancer leave their bodies. I don't focus on that stuff at all. I didn't help even Justin that was having the initial spell break that started some of these. And same way with Kate. I wasn't focusing on their physical stuff. I was reminding them that they're infinite, unlimited beings. How you feeling, Leslie? I like them hearts. I love you, woman. You're welcome. Keep breathing. I don't focus on the physical stuff. I don't call myself a healer. I'm not focused on healing anybody. I'm helping you remember that you're an infinite, unlimited being, so you can step into your infinite possibilities and out of your disease or your problems or your crappy relationship or your stuckness. Okay, here comes some diagnoses. Let that shit go. How do you let it go? Focus on the physical sensation. All right. Okay, I'm gonna move to wrapping up here. Okay, so I want to say something here that somebody just said. Can I explain the term spell break? Right, because a few people use that. I mentioned it. So here's what I do. Very often when I'm working with a person, in a way, I'm doing spell breaking all the time. We're all under an infinite number of spells. Infinite, unlimited being projects out of eternity into time and space to have experience, and then creates this infinite variety of beliefs and rules and values and ideas and paradigms and assessments and conclusions that we're then a victim of, stuck under all of our beliefs and paradigms and rules and values and all those ideas and conclusions. A spell break is when I work with someone directly to help them to undo a specific spell. And when I do that, their life just changes, often with so-called diseases leaving their body in the process. So that's what a spell break is. Somebody just said, who's this? Margaret says, it's all an energy that needs to be released back. The answer is in a very real way, yes. So all the knowledge, information, and wisdom and energy and power that creates universes projects out of eternity into time and space. It collects into whatever we think and believe that we know, because the whole universe that we're experiencing is everything that we think and believe that we know. All right. Well, thank you. Who's that? Tamiko. I could listen to me for hours. Sometimes I do. Thank you. How can you work with me? We can talk about that. I'm going to give you guys in a couple minutes, I'm going to give you guys some information on how to find out more and how to make sure you're on the next live stream, because I'm going to do 3 or 4, maybe 5 of these for free during the month of December. Okay, so somebody asked me about meditation. I'm going to give Scarlett, I'm going to give a very potentially offense creating opportunity to everybody here. I just love talking about meditation. Here's how it works. Ready? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Check this out. Before I talk about meditation, listen to this. Somebody just said, dang it. Oh, my chat went away. Whoever just said something in their jaw, just while you're explaining this, I focused on a mass on my jaw that's been incredibly painful for months. It's gone. Fuck, it's gone. Boom! Y'all give me some booms right here. Boom! Okay? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to ignore the chat now for a few minutes. Somebody's headache's gone. Look at all them booms coming in. Gotta love some booms, you know? Okay, tension in the neck gone. Boom! Back pain is gone. Releasing my throat thingy. I told you. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to answer this meditation thing in a fun way here in just a minute. But you know what I'm going to do? Now I'm going to be selfish. All right, here's what I want to ask. We're going to take a pause here just for a couple minutes. We're right at 2 hours since we started. Release something incredible, can't stop crying. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. Here's what I want to ask everybody. You're going to get the record. If the recording saves at the end of this, I'll hook you guys up with the recording. Stop chat, stop, chat, stop. No chat. All right. You guys are going to remind me in a minute to come back and handle this meditation question, but I have a favor that I want to ask here. All right. So here it is. All right. In fact, I'm going to ask for a couple favors here. Nobody has to do it. We got 193 people on here. We had 197 to start. We got 193 at 2 hours. That's just crazy. Yes, everybody keep drinking water and breathing deeply. Don't stop breathing. We're not done. We're not done. Here's the first request. Oops. I sent that to one person by accident after telling everybody to make sure you guys hit everybody. So here we go. All right, there you go. If you will, click that link right there. Everybody, click that link. Facebook.com/Brian D. Ridgway Spellbreaker. Yes, do that right now. Let's take a moment here. We'll be real brief, real quick. That is definitely a link. It's showing up blue on my screen. It might depend on your device. Depending on what device you're on, you might or might not be able. Okay, so if you guys will click that, go over, and if you have not already done so, like my page to make absolutely positiviciously that you will get notified when I set up the next live stream that I'm either going to do the end of this week or next week, where we're going to go even deeper into this. All right. Now, perfect. Okay. Next, here's what I want to ask. This is kind of a big deal right here. I want to ask you, if you will, to go to my regular Facebook page, my personal page, You know what? I just realized nobody's going to be able to friend me because I have 5,000 friends. So that's not going to even work. Daggone it. All right. Well, here, I'll do this anyway. You guys can go to that page. The second link I just put in, click the link or copy and paste. Yeah, I'm at the limit of friends. I'll delete a few later. You guys can still message me though, and that's going to be important that you guys are able to message me. I want to make sure that's okay. Thank you for liking my page. That'll make sure that you guys get notified when I do the next live stream. Now, here's the next thing. Make yourself a note. Grab your phone or whatever, or make a note in your email, something that's going to be up in front of you. I'm going to ask you, as soon as we finish this webinar, I won't delete you. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do a lower hands. All right, listen, let me ask a question. Who here got value out of this? And let's just say value beyond what you expected that you would get out of a free session here. Okay, we're doing the hand thing here. Okay, 30%, 40% got value out of it, and or more value than you thought you could. Like, no way you'd get that out of a free, unimaginable value. Oh, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Best one I've ever done out of many. Okay, now there's over 50%. Okay, thank you. I'm going to stop the hands right there. Did you get enough value that you would be willing to help me help more people? I'm not charging anything for these live streams. I'm going to do 3, 4, 5 of them in December. Totally free. I'll probably do 1 or 2 of them where I actually do a couple spell breaks, though I'm making no promises. This is all free stuff here. I have a mission that is at the center of my heart to help 300 million people on this planet to step into freedom, not to solve a fucking problem, but to step into freedom. That is my mission. 300 million people. 300 million people. Thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you, Carla. Thank you. Joe says, I'm a life coach. I want to help. Beautiful. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have some surprises that I am going to reveal about increasing your health. Mind-blowing stuff about increasing your health. Increasing your wealth. Your freedom. Deepening your intimacy, your sexual awesomeness, your relationships. Stepping into your power. And if you guys are getting this much value out of one first free live stream, can you imagine? Can you imagine what we might be able to cover in 3, 4, 5 of these with a couple of spell breaks possibly thrown in as well? I have some very cool stuff to share with you. What I want to invite you to do, pretty please, is to go on Facebook when we're done. Nope, you're not going to be able to add me as a friend because I'm already at 5,000 people. However, if you guys will make sure you've liked my page, you can make a post and say, holy shit, guys, I was on this webinar, crazy mind-boggling, and this was awesome. You guys have got to be on the next one. And just get people's interest up. If they come over and like my page, then they're going to find out and get notified when I do the next live stream. Now, I'm working on a system for, let me see if Wayne is still on. Just one second, because we might be able to pull something off miraculously real fast. Wayne, are you still on, buddy? I see his name there, but let's see. Okay, next thing I want to ask. Those of you who are in the Abraham Hicks group, a couple thousand people showed up from the Abraham Hicks list and said they were super, super interested in this. If you guys will comment in the Abraham Hicks groups and tell them, guys, this is like, it's kind of next level stuff here. Tell them about that. And I will also, I'll share the recording of this with you guys. There you go. You guys do that. Okay. That's going to help me reach these people. Let's see. Last but not least, as far as my request, I have one more request. Those of you who are saying that the value of this was ridiculous for you, if you will go to my Facebook page, and I'm gonna put it in here one more time. This is my actual fan page, my business page on Facebook. Please copy that one again, those of you that didn't. Like my page, and then click on reviews and leave a review for me. I recently discovered with Facebook that the reviews on a fan page, when Facebook is looking at a page and they're deciding how many people to actually put it in front of, the biggest factor they look at is those reviews. All right. I have like 89 5-star reviews from people that love my stuff, and 2 people who don't know me went in, because there's trolls and all kind of shit on the planet, went in and left me 1-star reviews. Okay, thank you. Anna just left me a 5-star review. Yay! Thank you. I literally, I cannot exaggerate. Those 5-star reviews, it'll take you, if you click 5 stars, it's going to take you 2 seconds. Click reviews and then 5 stars. Those of you who leave a review and then say, holy shit, I was on this guy's webinar. Ken says I'm about to get a shit ton more. Thank you. Those reviews will put me in front of more people and help me help more people than just about anything else that I can do. Thank you. Okay. Now, let me deal with the last couple of questions. I really appreciate your help with that, guys and gals. I'm a spiritual life coach feeling like I need the next level. You're not the only one. 40% of my clients are coaches, therapists, healers, psychologists, law of attraction experts that are going through their stuff. Okay. So somebody asked me about meditation. I said I would give you guys a fun answer. Now listen, leave those likes and reviews as soon as we're done. Otherwise, it's going to be another one of those things that, oh, well, I was gonna. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Here's the meditation thing. I got no problem with meditation. About a year ago, I made a kind of a humorous video that I called Fuck Meditation. And some people got pissed off, which is always fun for me to watch people get pissed off and offended needlessly. But if you actually watch the video, you would find out that what I was really saying, I wasn't knocking meditation. Here's what I'm saying. Okay. Does anybody here, we're going to use the hands thing, maybe 1 or 2 last time. You ready? Does anybody here like sex at all? Anybody? Hit the raise your hand button. Anybody like sex? Oh my God, he's going down the sex rabbit hole. Holy shit. Level 5 sex, baby. Okay, so, okay, there's about 50% and still, okay, now let's stop right there. Lower hand, stop. Who here really wants amazing sex to stop right at foreplay? 3 people said yes. You guys were not fucking paying attention. Let me stop. Okay. Who here wants great sex to stop at foreplay? Let's see. I want to see how many hands go up for that one. 3, 4, 5. Okay. You know, I say to each their own. If that's what you like, that works for me. Thank you. Kenny's confused. Good. No. Who wants sex to stop at foreplay? Thank you. Okay, now we got it. Meditation, as it is mainly taught in the mainstream world. Yes, there are meditation techniques that do very different things, but most meditation is aimed at quieting your mind. Okay? Quieting your mind. I want to ask you, do you want a quiet mind, or do you want to live the life of your fucking dreams? You want a quiet mind, or do you want to be able to create anything and everything that you want and have the most incredible fun of your life? Meditation, to quiet your mind, to me, is just spiritual foreplay. Okay? This breathing that I'm sharing with you guys, thank you. I get some enthusiasm. I love that. If you breathe in the way that I'm sharing with you, you're going to quiet your mind. You're going to start yawning and all kind of stuff. And you start to get present. And you get empowered to create whatever you want. In other words, meditation is not the end. Meditation is foreplay. Now, for those who choose to go live their life in a cave and meditate 30 hours a day, I don't know how you do that. Awesome. Eating bugs that they find, you know, in the cave. Hey, man, there's people that do that, and I say power to them. Enjoy it. Okay? Somebody says meditation to quiet the mind in order to hear the universe gives the answers. That's right, because meditating, whatever you do, meditation, masturbation, whatever you do to calm and quiet your mind down is going to help you to tap back into all the knowledge, information, and wisdom that has ever been and will ever be, and all the power that's projecting out of eternity into time and space, so that you can aim that power into the creation of anything that you want. The body, the health, the business, the wealth, the relationships, the life, and the world of your freaking dreams. So there you have it. All right. I'm going to intentionally not answer any more questions. And I know there will be more. And that is great. Creating the experience that you want with purpose and intention. Creating the body, the health, the business, the wealth, the relationships, the life, and the world of your dreams. If someone will please share. Let's stop all chat now. Let's stop all chat. The recording it is running. When I'm done, if the recording takes, I will be able to share it with everybody that registered for this, okay? If someone will type in the book link one more time and send it to everybody. Thank you. All right, now stop. Oh, no, that was my Facebook chat. Someone put in my book link. It's all good. There it is. Stop. Somebody did the Facebook. Okay. There's both links. Now stop the chat, please. Stop the chat, please. I want to wrap this up. All right. Thank you. There's the Facebook link to go like my page and leave a review, please. And there's the link to get my book for free with all the videos that come with it. To wrap this up, I will be doing 2, 3, 4 more live sessions like this, totally free, online for the month of December. We're going to go deeper every time. If you dug this, you're going to be double digging the next one. That's for sure. I'll do a recap and go much deeper. For this one, I want to wrap up by reminding you of who you actually are, okay? You are infinite, unlimited, eternal, perfect, complete, flawless, infinite being, projecting out of eternity into time and space to have an experience, not to work out your fucking karma. You made that shit up later. Not to finally get right with some external creator. That's who you still are. Not to finally clean up all your sins so that you can. All right, we can talk about private sessions. You guys can message me and we can talk about other possibilities. All right, I'm not going to look at the chat after this. I'm just going to give you guys this. For those of you who want to discuss later, possibly options for working with me. I said no, I wasn't going to make any offers for sale, and I'm keeping my promise. So many people are asking about stuff. I'm going to share this. People that are asking about working with me, that's going to share with you some of the options for working with me. Spanish, none of my stuff's available in Spanish. I've had a couple people offer to translate. We'll talk about that later too. Okay, so I am closing the chat so that I don't see it anymore. I love you guys. I just want to focus. All right. You're perfect and eternal and complete exactly the way you are. You don't have any flaws to fix. You don't have any brokenness to fix. You don't have any negativity to make positive. Those are all spiritual ideas that you made up. You don't have any sickness to heal. You don't have any mistakes to correct. You're still perfectly safe in eternity right now. This is a matter of becoming present, listening to what Einstein said, listening to what Krishnamurti and some of the great teachers have said. Calm the fuck down. You know, in the great immortal words of whoever said it first, chill, man. Take it easy. Breathe. Become present so you can settle into the body that you learned was scary as a child. So did I. I get it. I understand. And when I say namaste, I mean it in the deepest sense of the word. The infinite, unlimited, complete, total, eternal, perfect one in me that I am sees that same perfect, complete, eternal, flawless I am in you. I don't buy or believe any of the bullshit stories you have about how you're fucked up and wrong and you screwed up and you have sin and punishment. I don't buy any of it. You're perfect. And I'm here to remind you of that. If you want to dance, we can dance. We can talk. We can connect. We can expand. We can share this with more people. We can have a blast together. I ain't joining in your anti-rallies and all the fixing and all the needing. I'm not into that stuff. I'm into reminding people that they're infinite, unlimited beings. And I'm glad you showed up today so I could remind you and that we could have this time together. I really appreciate it. It's been a blast for me. And experiencing what you got out of it, I'm grateful for. You will find when I share this video, this recording, if it takes, you're going to find that you'll get more out of it the second time if you watch it as if you hadn't watched it before. Okay? And we'll have further communication, and I will be watching. I'll be watching on my fan page. Let me get back to professionalism for a minute. Oops, sorry, Crystal. I'm going to be watching on my fan page for a conversation with you. And as soon as we set the date for the next webinar, I'll be letting you know. All right, so now we can take one last minute of the chat. Namaste, everybody. Another 5-star review. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Just seeing if there's anything in the chat that requires. Okay, so Deanna, thank you. If you go to that page and click on reviews, then you'll see a button that says leave a review. Awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry for how do I stay in the state of believing all day in order to heal physically? Here's how. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe and breathe. Breathe deeply. Bring so much awareness to your breath that you ain't got no awareness on the sickness. And you'll quit feeding your power into the sickness. Get my book. You guys are awesome. I just got a bunch of reviews. Thank you all so much. That's going to help me get in front of a lot more people, and I really, really appreciate it. Get my book for free and go and watch those videos. I have some breathing videos that will take you even deeper into this breathing practice that we just did. Okay, here is one last time. The link for leaving the review. You can go to that page. Look at that. I just got a bunch of 5-star reviews. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I love you too. I understand. Omri, all of you guys, dive in and do the breathing. Get my book and stay with the breathing and watch what happens. Quit thinking. Do the breathing and watch what happens. All right? Namaste, everybody. I'll see you soon. I love you.